What's going on YouTube? It's your boy That Singer Reactions coming to y'all. Special Patreon request by Kalian. I think that's your name. Shout out to you. This is your request of me doing What is AFL? Aussie Rules Explained. This is probably the one that I want to see the most because I really want to know what the hell some of these rules mean. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see some people get 7 points. I see when they win. I don't know how the hell they won. All that stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what's about to happen here. Don't forget my Patreon is in the description where you get exclusive access, early content, special requests. PayPal Cash App is open for new requests. Your boy is a P.O. Box. Feel free to send me whatever you want to send me. I have a second YouTube channel called Hear Me Out. Feel free to check it out. Click on my homepage and the description. You'll see it there. Yeah, like I said before, it looks like people are bringing in the AFL stuff now. So this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to let people know when people be like, why all of a sudden you're doing a bunch of AFL stuff? Well, when one person sends one in, then a lot of people might want me to see. And it's interesting. It's interesting because, like I said, this is very different from American football. So we're going to jump into this. And it's got to be this one. Also, too, they're like, I got to make sure that it's not all the way. I got to make it transparent because I realize that they're trying to, what is it? They have block it in some countries, which is a yellow symbol. So I have to make this transparent, but whatever, right?
It's got running.
Now they're starting to run.
It's got kicking.
Right.
Brad willing him on. Phil Shorey. Well, he might kick it anyway. He has.
It's got bone-on-bone hits without pads.
Without pads.
No, it's not rugby. It's Australian football, although you might hear it called Aussie rules or even footy. This is Australia's biggest sport and is now played professionally by 18 teams in the AFL. It has the fourth highest average attendance of any domestic sports league in the world.
The fourth? Oh, so this ain't even the biggest. That means, what's the biggest?
These are some serious fans. What do you say we talk basics? Aussie Rules is played on a football field probably bigger than any you've ever seen, with an egg-shaped ball that takes some crazy bounces. Each team consists of 18 players on the field and 4 on the bench.
Right.
Tremendous athletes, these players are basketball-sized with the hands and foot speed of an NFL wide receiver and stamina greater than a soccer player.
This is interesting. It's a main event.
That's crazy.
In the world.
The game starts with a center bounce, a bit like a basketball jump ball.
Right, jumper.
The basic object of the game, like American football, is to move the ball down the field.
I love the fact that this person is explaining it also in terms of where Americans can understand it too, like in terms of how basketball and football and stuff is, like you said, like a jump ball. You know what I'm saying? So that makes it more understandable. So when they bounce it, it's basically like when you fighting over the ball in basketball and then the refs do this, that means it's a jump ball. So he has to hold the ball in the middle and then you got to throw it up and then they got to get it. So yeah, I get that. Okay, cool.
The basic object of the game, like American football, is to move the ball down the field and score.
Wants to go all the way.
Right.
From 45. Collier gets it back within a goal.
You can move the ball 3 ways. Running, but you have to bounce it every 16 yards.
Oh. Wow, okay. You have to bounce it every 16 yards. So that gives it a bad. It's like every sport kind of combined in one.
Running, but you have to bounce it every 16 yards.
How the hell does that ball bounce like that?
Using your fist to hit it forward. This is called a handball, another skill unique to Aussie rules.
Nice running.
Ooh, he got hit
as well. Cross time started it all and drills it home.
And of course, the most common way is kicking it.
And one's full forward. That's terrific.
Right, okay.
Like a quarterback using feet instead of hands, these guys can hit a teammate on the run at 50 yards.
Okay, right. I love how he put that. So instead of this is explained great. Let me just say that whoever's explaining this is doing a really good job. So basically, whoever got the ball is like a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them throwing it, your job is to kick it to whatever player, and they catch it.
If the kick is a little high, a player may have to jump and make a spectacular catch.
Right.
This is called a mark.
Oh, look at that.
That's crazy.
He took his armchair with him and sat on top. Nick Melanoe.
I'm always seeing him doing that stuff. That's ridiculous.
And believe it or not, you can use the opponent as a springboard for jumping. If you take a mark, you can keep going, or you can stop on the spot.
But what about if you just break their face doing that? That's crazy.
And take an unimpeded kick.
Glorious kick.
Once in scoring position, the idea is to kick the ball through the two large upright posts.
Right, okay.
That's a goal and worth 6 points.
Okay.
Yes, left
Okay.
foot, well within his repertoire.
Oh,
If you hit the post
Can he send
it don't count.
or send it between the big post and the outer lower post, it's worth 1 point and is called a behind.
Oh, so all them posts do count, but the middle is worth 6, but the rest is worth 1. Or if you hit it, where in American football, if you hit the post, it's no good. But at least they give you 1 point here. Okay.
A final scoreline might look something like this. By the way, there's no offside rule. Don't get us wrong, there are positions. Defenders defend. Forwards go forward.
Sheep.
And midfielders, play in midfield.
This is better from Hawthorn. We know what a good kick he is, but he sets Hill up a line
So he like the
outside.
quarterback.
He goes back into
Going to the
Hale,
one.
70 metres
See,
out.
my thing is, this is what I want to know, and I hope they got time to talk about this part. Why does it stop when they catch it if they ain't been tackled? Is it sort of like them catching it except you don't get tackled? Is that what it is? So it's basically like if a quarterback threw it, you know what I'm saying, instead of them getting tackled and that's it, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, it's on whatever yard it's on, they catch it and then that's what it is.
Out too far to score. Hill up a line outside. He goes back into Hale. 70 metres out. Too far to score. Gives off here to Suckling. Suckling with a low belter.
He fired whoever he is.
Players come in all shapes and sizes.
I see.
The Fremantle Dockers have 5'8" Hayden Ballantyne, 6'3" Nate Fife, and 7-footer Aaron Sandilands.
Damn. Who getting over him?
You can tackle hard, but not too high or low. It has to be between the shoulders and the knees.
Okay. So there
There
are
are
some
4
rules.
quarters of 20 minutes, but like soccer, time is added on for stoppages of play. The extra time can be as much as 10 additional minutes. AFL teams play 22 regular season games. The top
Okay.
8 teams make the playoffs, whereas
Wait,
they're called in
wait,
Australia.
wait, back to this part. Hold on.
Like soccer, time is
Get the 20. Okay. That's a long time.
There are 4 quarters of 20 minutes, but like soccer, time is added on for stoppages of play. The extra time can be as much as 10 additional minutes.
See, now I don't watch soccer a lot, so I don't really know their rules as much either.
AFL teams play 22 regular season games. The top 8 teams make the playoffs, or as they're called in Australia, the finals.
Okay.
Eventually, 2 teams meet in the championship game or the grand final.
Right.
It's Australia's Super Bowl and is played every year in the magnificent Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of 90,000 plus. It's a
Okay.
big deal.
Away we go. Opening bounce. Kennedy. Long kick. Goal. First of the grand final.
Good looking kick. He's got it.
It looks so exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yes,
Ooh.
he has.
Melchesky run down holding the footy.
So that's like,
Redford running hard. He'll fancy this. It's got enough. It's a goal.
Any questions? Check us out at afl.com.
Yes, I have more questions.
And on Twitter at AFL.
I have more questions. I like the basic explaining of this. I love the basic explaining of this. But I still got questions about, like, when they get into, like, the penalties and, you know what I'm saying, if there's any penalties, or when they catch it and the ref blows the whistle when they stop, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? But this did explain the basics, so I do get some of the basics now. But that's still more that I need to know. I still more need to know. So, but yeah, this was a really, really great video, man. Thank y'all so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's in the description. Till next video. Peace.